So a lot's changed with the Camaro since the last we spoke. I can see I put it's a new hood, it's a Terminator. I forget the exact numerics for it, Terminator hood. And on the back, I have the Street Fighter rear spoiler. Sanded down the entire car with 320 grit sandpaper. Get it ready for paint. We're going to be painting it with Rattle cans. I have primer, base coat, and 2K clear, which is automotive grade clear coat. It's two-part with the hardener inside of it. You bust the bottom, shake it up, and it's essentially the same kind of clear coat they use from the factory. So I'm going to see if we can get almost factory style paint job using Rattle cans. I have a little bit more prep work I need to do. Everything's sanded down for the most part. I got to tape off a few more things, the wheel wells, and then clean the entire car, and then we'll start painting. Primer I'm using is Rust-Oleum 2-in-1 filler, and it's sandable. I'm going to start in the hood, top, trunk lid, and then start on the front, work my way around. By the time I get all the way around the car, since I'm using Rattle cans, it'll have been past 15 minutes, so we can get started immediately with the second coat. No reason to stop and wait. As soon as all the primer's on, we'll let this sit until it's fully cured and sandable, which I'll read and figure out how long that is. The humidity is low in here because I have a dehumidifier running, and it shouldn't take quite as long for it to completely flash off and cure so we can sand it. For the sanding, it's going to be 600 grit wet sand, and not trying to remove any of the primer, just knock off the rough surface. So you'll be able to feel it, and you can hear it when I run my hand over it. It'll be kind of a rough texture. That's all that we're going to knock off. This is all the paint that I'm using. This is how much primer I've got left. Which I gotta do the outside of the doors. A few things that I have sitting on my El Camino body over there. And then that's the black paint, clear coat. And this is the red paint that I'll use for the racing stripes. This is the 2K clear coat. It's got the hardener in it. You just put the top down there, pop it. And we'll go over all that whenever I'm going to apply the clear coat. All right, one coat of primer is probably going to have to do it. When I was painting, you see where it's like two different tones, kind of. And I didn't realize it, but this part's dry already. And you can just rub that off. So that's all the overspray that was landing back on top of the primer while I was painting. And if I put another coat over that like I did on the hood, it's just gonna lock that in there. There's gonna be a lot of texture, which is fine because I'm gonna sand it down anyways, but there's no point in putting a complete another coat on it when at this point right now I would have to sand it anyways. This is what we got. It'll all be uniformed in one color after I wet sand it. I have a job, so I can't just come back out and work on this every single day. It'll probably be a couple days before I can get back out here and do anything with it. As soon as this fully dries, I'll use 600 grit sandpaper, wet sand the whole thing, clean it up really good. Got the door jambs, everything. So I've got all this taped off already because I've already painted the jambs. The jambs are black already, and they've already been clear coated and everything. So I just taped everything off to try to eliminate the overspray. There's gonna be a little bit of overspray, I'm sure. You see down in there already, got some on there, but I just clean that off. That's not a big deal, but the trunk jambs have already been painted. The hood jam's been painted. That's why all this is taped off. Look under here, there's plastic in there, that's all taped off too. The doors are hanging over here. It's been painted black already. They've already been clear coated. I haven't done the outside yet because originally I was gonna put the doors back on the car after I painted the door jambs. But then I thought it would just be more work because I would have to mask all that stuff off too, which is still gonna be about the same amount of work because I'll have to mask off the inside of the door that I already painted so I can paint the outside. So either way, it probably would have been the same. All the primer's on. It looks, it doesn't look great now, but that's just because of this overspray. That'll wipe off, that'll sand off. So you can hear this, how you hear that texture. That's essentially what I'll be sanding off as soon as this fully cures and it's all the way dry. All right, it's been a couple weeks, but I finally had the chance to come back out and 600 grit sand the entire car just to get all the texture off. So if you feel it now, if you felt it before, it felt kind of like a sandpaper consistency. Now it's completely smooth. Blew through in a couple spots, especially on the edges, but that's fine. This primer is just to help fill in small scratches and stuff like that. So now I have to go through, clean the entire thing really good, and then I'll start laying out the stripes. All right, it's another day. I just got done cleaning the hood and front clip. I'm gonna start laying out the stripes now. To help me find the center, I put a piece of my masking tape on a piece of cardboard, marked out the center line, drew it all the way down, and then I cut it into a bunch of small pieces with a razor knife. You can probably see it. And the Camaros is kind of easy because the center line's got a hard point on it, which you can just line the lines on the tape up with that and tape that off. This is what I ended up with. Took far too long to do this shit. It's gonna be bumper to bumper, bottom of the front bumper. Across the top. I know I should have painted the spoiler before I put it on the car, but it's too late. It's already on there. All the lines are pretty straight. All right, I got all the stripes taped off. Took a long time. I gave the red stripes about 5 days to fully dry before putting any kind of tape on it. Just to make sure that the tape didn't pull any of the paint up. So. Got to get the car completely cleaned up again, wipe everything down. Clean the floors up a little bit because I had to do a little bit of sanding, so there's some sanding dust. And then as soon as all that's done, I'll start laying down the black. All right, I got all the black painted. Just finished, so it hasn't cured yet, hasn't dried. I'm gonna wait an hour, then I'm gonna unmask the stripes. I'm gonna let this fully cure, probably about 5 days. Go back over and wet sand it. So next weekend, go back over, wet sand it. Maybe not next weekend, I got something to do. As soon as I can. I'm gonna wet sand probably 1,000, 1,500, I don't know yet. So I still have to do the clear coat. Once the clear coat goes down, so I'll be done. Then I'll just have to finish up the doors, a few other things, but it's looking good. All right, stripes are unmasked. Came out good. Still got to clear coat it. Not bad. I've started wet sanding. You can see it's pretty prominent up here. You can see the tiger stripes from where the paint wasn't laid down evenly. And I've already let the paint dry, so I missed the window for adding the clear coat on top of the base without sanding it first. So I'm using 2000 grit sandpaper and getting it wet. This is wet or dry sandpaper. And sanding it out. All of this had the tiger stripes on it. I'm just gonna knock that down the best that I can. Try to get the best paint job possible. I don't know if it's gonna work. I've never painted a car before, but we'll see how the end product turns out. Just got done putting down the clear coat. I think it came out awesome. There's a couple nibs here and there, a couple runs.
My damn shirt hit the side of the car when I was trying to paint the top of the trunk lid. There's a few runs right here. That's where my shirt hit the damn car. I'll try to wet sand that out in about a week. I'm gonna give it about a week to fully cure. Overall, pretty happy with how it came out. Still got a few more things to do. I gotta finish painting the doors and a bunch of small pieces over here I gotta paint before I can start putting everything back together. For all the cans I've gone through. Got a little bit left. I'll have to order some more clear coat though. But Rattle can paint job, start to finish. Looks good, man. The interior upgrade is done. Replace the old leather with red leather. All the way across here, red leather. Also put in a new head unit and the gauges from a 2 SS. They're pretty much plug and play. You just need a harness that you can get off of Amazon.